I don't know what y'all got going on over there at Stars, but whatever y'all did for BMF season 2, don't ever do that shit again. So what happened? I've spoken to many people about BMF season 2 and what the hell could have possibly went wrong. And I have several theories, but before we get into all that, I just gotta say, I never really thought that BMF season 1 was some award-winning show or anything of the like. But compared to season 2, that shit might as well have been Infinity War because this shit was an embarrassment on so many levels. I would have killed to be a fly on the wall when they went into that meeting room to discuss season 2 of BMF. And that's if they even had a discussion to begin with, because I would not be surprised if nobody looked this shit over and they just greenlit it, because it's that bad. There is no way everybody was at that table that they be at and they were discussing and throwing out the plot for season 2 and they were just like, this'll work. Yeah, this is the one we're gonna go with. I don't believe that. There is no way they thought this shit was acceptable. Had to just greenlit it, let it air, and they watched it the first time. There is no fucking way. This show, this season, I'm not gonna say this show. Let me correct myself. This season was so bad that I actually struggled to watch any of it. After episode 2, I was damn near done. I didn't want to watch it anymore, to be honest with you. But I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's just a rocky start. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, and I paid because of that shit. I forced myself to sit there and watch 10 hours. 10 fucking hours of absolute dog shit. I don't even know where to begin with this review, honestly. I mean, everything was bad, but if I had to start somewhere, I guess I'll start with the most important thing, and that's the acting. Abysmal. It was, it's like, I don't actually even know what the fuck happened. I mean, everybody, all the stars that was in this show was in season 1. But every last person did better in season 1 than they did in this season. It's like they just put this shit on cruise control and just said, fuck it. I'm not going to give any effort. I'm not going to try. If the writers are not going to try, then I'm not going to try. And when you get a bunch of people that's not trying, you know what you get? A fucking disaster. And that's what this season was. I ain't gonna even cap to you. This season of BMF should have never aired. This shit felt incomplete from episode 1 to episode 10, with people jumping from place to place without a single care in the world for pacing or anything of the sort. Literally, one scene they're in their parents' house in Detroit. In the next scene, they're in their house in Atlanta with no idea of how this shit transpired. Who they bought a house from. Is it in their name? I know none of it because they never told none of it. We just supposed to just go along with it. By the way, this will contain spoilers for anybody who give a fuck. So, getting to catastrophe number 1, killing off Big L. Y'all remember Big L, the woman who they set up to be the main antagonist of season 2. You know, the one that Meech met at the end of season 1. Well, yeah, if you're excited to see her do her thing, don't be. She's killed off in the first episode. And I shit you not, is by somebody who is considerably worse, in my opinion. The guy, K9. who was supposed to be the real threat of season 2, is just a boring fucking character. He is boring as shit. All he does is say stupid ass quotes, make a few threats, maybe kill somebody here, shoot somebody here. That's it. Any main personality or anything to make us like this guy. He's just one of those characters. And you know what I always say? A show is only as good as its antagonist. And in this particular instance, this antagonist is dog shit. Nothing about him stood out. And in fact, most of the episodes that he's in, I shit you not, for maybe 5 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes, he pops up, does one thing, has one conversation, and then he's gone. We don't see him for entire episodes after that. I shit you not. The second huge mistake they made in this season was bringing back Lamar.
Ain't this a bitch? Nigga use you to get to me.
Y'all gave him a whole story already. We just seen him get out of prison. We just seen him start from the bottom. We just seen him get back to the savage shit he was on before. We seen how it all ended. Let that nigga die. That was a dope ending of how they gave him. He went out like a G. You need to give him that. Let him hold that and move the fuck on. And this is how I know that they didn't bring this nigga back intentionally. Somebody just floated that idea over the bottle that they was drinking, and somebody was like, fuck it, let's make it happen. And that's what they did. Except in this time, it made no sense. In this season, when he got introduced, the first thing he does is assault and or kill a police officer to escape from the hospital where he was under guard. Dead ass here. I'm not fucking with you. This is literally what happens. And in case you were wondering why I said assault and or kill, it's because I actually don't know what he did. We never hear anything about it. The cop, he doesn't have any superiors that he needs to talk to if he's alive. And if he's dead, well, nobody cares about a dead cop. Not in Detroit anyways. Who cares? It's never brought back up. We never hear anything about it. He's not on the run. No, in fact, he is walking down the street doing the same shit he was doing in season 1. Like this nigga he just didn't escape custody. He just broke out of a hospital. Somebody get on his ass? Nope, nobody. No one looked for him. No one cared. He was just out there roaming the streets, free and clear. The big bad wolf has officially returned, except this time, nobody gives a shit. You told us that story already in season 1. So what do, right? When they realize that they're literally telling the exact same story yet again. You want to know what they did this time? They give him a dog. Whose dog? Who knows? Why they steal this dog? Who knows? Is it a dog that has some type of emotional bond to him or attachment? Who knows? He just literally just pops up, steals this man's dog, beats the shit out of the dude, and that's that. I don't really understand how anybody could have thought that this was a good idea for season 2 of this show. I'm talking, this man is murking niggas in broad day. No fucks given. And at the time, right? Now let's get this. Let's get this, right? This dude does the same thing he does in season 1 as far as attacking Meech, the whole weak ass dialogue. The dialogue in this season is horrendous, by the way. And the one time that Lamar actually got picked up by law enforcement, Meech was picked up as well. Just so these niggas can sit up here and have some weak ass dialogue about Batman and Joker. Batman always wins or some shit like that. I'm like, bro, you gotta be shitting me, dog. You can't be serious here. There is no way in fuck y'all sat this little meetup because the cops arrested both of them. So the cops just telling me they just put them both in a room so they can talk. To what end? What was y'all hoping to achieve by this? They don't know. Neither do I. Moving on. Listen, if they were going to go with the whole dog route, this is what I would have did. What I would have did was I would have had Lamar have a dog in season 1. Get out of jail. He picks up his dog. Him and his dog goes on a reign of fucking terror through the streets. Just it follows the exact same storyline of season 1 of Lamar doing everything he was doing, except he got a dog by his side. Maybe the dog fucked some people up here and there, but the dog is always there. Then at the events in the season finale of season 1, to have the dog run off as Lamar dies, and then there you go. In season 2, Lamar should have woke up in the hospital, and the first half of this season should have been Lamar in that hospital recovering, hearing about the shit that Meech, Terry, and BMF got going on outside. And yes, I know for the people who out here, well, BMF is based on a true story. Let me stop you right there, fam. First of all, this shit say loosely based, my boy. This shit is loosely based on a true story. They already let you know from jump that names and location has been changed. But some of this shit might have actually happened. Get that nigga a dog. Overall, BMF season 2 was an absolute shit show with bad acting, bad writing, bad pacing, lazy dialogue. I mean, this entire season was just a disaster from start to finish. There was absolutely no build-up to any of the events that went down, and all the new people, the new crew members they were supposed to have, none of them stood out. None of them was different than the rest. They all was just copy and paste ass niggas with different faces. I can't tell you any of their names because I honestly don't know any of their names. The shit was just boring and just a bad season all around. Like I said before, it never should have aired. Out of the 10 episodes in this season, 7 of those motherfuckers was Meech looking for a new plug. The little summary that tells you, what happens at the beginning of the episode, what the episode's all about type shit, all them shit should have said Meech look for a plug. Whether it's in Cleveland, Detroit, or Atlanta, it should have been Meech looks for a plug. Because every fucking episode, he was saying that. Like, when I say this shit is low-key embarrassing, I'm really struggling to comprehend how they went from season 1 to season 2. I'm not fathoming it. It's not making sense to me. And before I even get ahead of myself, what's up with the softcore porn, dog? These niggas in the softcore porn was something crazy. We getting whole 2-3 minute scenes of motherfuckers dry humping with the 80s porn music in the background. What the fuck we seeing that for? Man, listen, bruh. If you wanna show some shit, and show a little something quick, 30 seconds. Man, look at Power. Power do it all the time. You see a little 30-second scene here, and that's on a real long scene type shit. Usually it'd be quick 15 minutes. You see the implications, motherfuckers kissing, getting undressed. Scene flip, nigga. We don't need to see the whole 9. Nope, not with BMF. No, you gonna see the whole 3 minutes of these niggas dry humping to this 80s music. Yep. You gonna see the whole thing. Why? Why do we need to see that? But listen, I'm going to tell you all about the one other thing that I thought was decent in this film or in this show. And that was when Meech saw that his father having an affair on the moms type shit, and they was in the strip club, and he saw that nigga from across the room. That was a dope scene. Cause that nigga Pops, the Charles, whatever the fuck his name is, that nigga got little. That was a good scene. Too bad that was it though. If you want me to tell you another dope scene in this show, in this season, I can't. I can't tell you one. Because there was none. The gunfights was boring. How your gunfights boring? Come on, fam. All you got, nigga, it's niggas shooting at each other. You can't make that interesting. Nope. Not season 2 of BMF. Anyways, that's my review for season 2 of BMF. I know it was a little longer than usual, but if you stuck to the end, you the real MVP for sure. I definitely appreciate you. And if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. And tell me your problems with BMF season 2, because I know you had some. There's no way you enjoyed this shit. But other than that, I thank y'all for tuning in as always. I thank you again, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.